Can you believe it's been over 5 years now and we've been doing this meeting every week? We've never missed taking a night off. We haven't we haven't had a night off for a demonstration or with people showing up to show their products that they've been making. I don't think there's any club or any other forum that does what we do.
Well, I know they can't find all the information that's on our doggone website, that's for sure. I
Oh,
was
not to mention that.
that today, and I'll tell you what, it is phenomenal. Dave Rhodes, you're doing a knockout job. Everybody is, but Dave, thank you for everything you do, man.
Yeah, he's the man in the quiet background, keeping not only keeping the web page up to date and constantly putting in all the information in between the weekly chats, filtering out, some of the riffraff out of it, flipping out, the little tips and tricks that come out during the meeting that need to be clipped out and putting it on the YouTube, flipping out um, the main demonstration, putting it on the YouTube, correlating all that onto the web page so anybody and everybody can find it. Just everything Dave Edwards does or Dave Rhodes does is just phenomenal. And then not to mention everything in the background with all the scammers and spammers that are constantly trying to hack us and send in bogus emails, to try to get us to click on it with the various email accounts that the three or four of us manage each day. And yeah, it's hats off to you, sir. Take a bow, Dave Rhodes. Pat yourself on the back.
My pleasure. I should
There he
mention,
is.
we seem to have a list of a checklist for us. I ended up putting that on the website last week
Checklist for.
safety.
Oh, yes. Very good. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, and then not to mention the fact we got our barter board. Keep forgetting to mention that.
You don't get
Maybe Billy
Don't
Bird
get-
will put that,
That's Red Gauge. Yeah,
Negative.
right. Yeah.
Negative, Ghost
what I'll
Rider.
give you, Billy.
Nope.
He had to call me out and make me resemble that remark. That wasn't fair at all.
I think Billy needs to do a demo on that after the first of the year.
Well, how about the end of the
Probably
month?
has it first.
I may not have enough time to learn it by the end of the month.
Oh, I'm just teasing.
Well, that's why I gave you till the end of the year, sometime in the new year.
Yeah, I was talking to Dane.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
Hey, you know me, if you get to the point where you're ready to demo, Billy, I'm happy to be bumped another week or two from my scheduled one, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Billy's all good. It's going to be something unique, right, Billy?
Pardon? God, I
It's going to
hope.
be unique, right?
I hope.
Leonard, go ahead. What do you got?
All right, so I cut off a piece to make a lidded box, and I have a piece left over that I'm trying to figure out how to mount. And I'm not sure how well this looks. If you can see it,
Yep.
there
Oh, yeah.
is a lot of spalting.
Looks like
And a crotch.
Now, how punky is it?
Oh, cool.
The lower half has been fine. I started turning it yesterday. I don't get a whole lot of time to turn, but I'm just, do I mount it from here?
Well, I'm sure there's a
I
couple
would-
of different ways people would do it, but I would cut it lengthwise through the piths on both crotches.
So
And then you'll get-
see.
Yes, and then you'll get two bowls. Now, if you don't have enough two shallow bowls or plates, okay? Now, if you don't have enough wood to mount it, that's when you use a glue block, okay?
Okay.
So you take an angle grinder, make a little bit of a flat spot so you got some place to put the glue block on there. My glue blocks, I leave the tenons on. So I just glue it on, and once the glue's cured, I got a tenon already on it. I just stick it in my chuck and start turning.
So you're saying make 2 of them?
Yeah, and the reason
Oh,
why I
that's-
would cut it, the reason why I would cut, and I'm sure there are other people with other ideas, but the reason why I would cut it through the centers on both sides is because you would get the flame from the crotch in the middle of the piece. You follow me?
Yep.
Okay, if you've never done that before, it's you get some pretty cool figure with, you know, and with that amount of spalting, it'd probably be pretty neat. So anyway,
Now,
that's how I would
Now-
do it. So
now what I would do with that piece, granted, this ain't a perfect representation of what you have there, but pretty much the same. You got your crotch piece going here.
Yep.
I would turn that down into a full-on bowl, one piece, mount it on the backside,
Yep.
okay? And turn the whole piece, but at the same time, you want to keep a proport. You don't want to have a straight wall going down. You want to have it being sloped to its base, right? But inside here, once you start turning down and you get into the side, it's going to open up here on the sides. And so you're going to have wings that are going to be open, but they're going to be connected. And with that spalting on that wood, it's going to look pretty spectacular. But you want to make sure you get it mounted good in the center.
So you're saying if I turn it, I'm turning it this way?
No, you're turning it. You're hollowing this way. You're turning it
Okay.
like a live edge, but you're going this way.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
what
got
I
it.
would do. That's what
Okay.
I would do with a piece
So
like
so mount this and turn out the middle part.
that. Right. Mount it
Yeah.
Keep it basically keeping here and here
correct.
and
Right.
taking
Yeah.
down this.
Then you'd have a Y.
yeah,
You would have a Y, a full-on Y crotch.
Howard's got a piece.
So you'd wind up with something like that.
kind of like that. Yes.
Something
Okay.
similar, yes.
But
Okay.
more
Leonard, something
exaggerated.
like this.
But it's
Hey,
yeah,
Leonard.
it's going to be a lot more exaggerated.
Howard's got a piece to show like that.
Hey, Leonard,
I'd have to
Howard?
find out.
Yep.
There you go.
can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So you got your limbs coming out,
Yep.
mounted between centers. Mounted between centers, okay?
Yep.
Put a tenon on here. Right?
Yep.
And split the difference, you know, half and half, so it comes out
Right.
even. Make you a little bowl. Just cut it. Now you're going into the grain. You're going against the grain coming
Yep.
in. Okay.
Into the
Turn it
end.
in grain.
So make sure it's real sharp and take small cuts. Be patient with it, okay? Be patient.
Now, would that be a spindle gouge or a bowl gouge?
Oh,
Bow gouge.
bow gouge.
Bow gouge what I used.
Okay.
I guess you could use a spindle gouge, but
You don't really want to use a spindle gouge for this on the
Okay.
face.
no,
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
end grain, especially depending on your experience
Right.
level. Definitely go with the bowl gouge.
Yeah.
because you're coming,
Raffin could do it, but the rest of us normal people.
Yeah, we
Okay.
Bowl gouge.
mere
bowl gouge
mortals.
is the tool to use.
Okay.
Bowl gouge is the tool to use.
and this is how I would do it, Leonard. Somebody wants to highlight me.
You're
Turn
there.
on Scott.
Thank you, Howard.
And then
I got
would
it on
do
I got it on
totally differently as
multi-speed
well.
so we can see it.
So I would do
Yeah,
it like
so-
this.
Yeah, so this is the way that when I talked about how I would cut it, that's what you get is something like that.
But-
Or you
but I-
don't cut it, you just mount it.
Yeah, I just mounted it, but I made sure that those center piths were in the
Yeah.
center of this. So I hollowed it, turned this side, and made the piths fall right in the center.
Okay.
There's 100 ways to skin that cat,
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
but this
I
gives
would.
you flame. You can't see it in the bottom of the bowl, but it goes all the way through
Whole bowl
Yeah, linear.
goes this way.
Yep.
Now you see Scott's example there. I would do it totally different as well. There's another way you could do it. Turn it as one piece, side grain just like so. And as you shape it, you will have a heart-shaped live edge bowl with the 3 piths on the 3 points of the heart.
Yeah,
Got an example to show us, Cade?
Yeah, so in other words,
Um,
what he's saying is,
I went-
you mount it between centers and you turn it this way,
this way.
side grain,
Yes.
grain.
Okay.
Side grain, just like
And
that.
so, and so you would have your wings coming out like what Scott's got on his left-hand side.
But
that
it
would
would
be
be
this
one
portion right
continuous
here.
bowl.
Yep, it'd
And
be one
with-
continuous bowl that had a heart shape to it.
Right. And then
Yeah.
up here at the top, you would have your indentation for your heart coming around.
Okay. So be a
I
more of a heart shape going this way.
Right.
Correct.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you leave it as
Now
one piece. You don't cut it in half.
You don't
Right.
cut it in
Yeah.
half when you do that.
You don't cut it in any way.
Yeah, I didn't cut
No,
this
I-
in half either. This was all one piece.
Right.
I
Kinda
have
like this.
examples, but it's packed away right now, so I'll have to show it another week.
I got
I
a,
think
got
Eating
one.
dinner.
I think I've got a small.
I got an example.
There you
I've got
go.
a
I have
small
one
You got
too.
5
Hey,
different
Dane.
examples. Joaquin's got one.
Dang, pull me up. I've got one.
There you
that I
go.
can Show.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, I have many examples, but
I
they're
do
all
have
packed away.
Same
Hey,
thing.
I got-
This is
I got
the-
an example like that.
There you go.
Okay,
Like
so-
Joaquin
so-
Vincent's right there.
Okay. Yep. So
Yeah.
you came out of this way.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
So
So
there's
here's an
4
example.
different ways you could do it.
So like what Kate was talking
Sorry.
about, and I was illustrating. So here's another, so started off like this,
Yep.
your block of wood, right? And then you got your vessel. So that's all side grain, and then the back side.
Right.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah,
got
this
10
one,
different
this one didn't
ideas.
come out as, this one didn't come out as
No.
heart shaped as I was after, but you see what the, you see what the
Here's what else
ends
you can
look like.
do. You can just leave the top flat.
Yep.
And make
And
your
Dane,
bow.
you can pull.
That's similar to what Scott
Dane,
did.
show him
Yeah,
mine
there's
because you
one.
can see both limb points there.
And you could do it both
And you
ways. You
can-
could do it as one solid piece with the piths in the wood, but you have to turn it less than 3/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
Or you could still cut it through the pith and turn 2 shallow heart-shaped bowls as well.
Because I managed to keep the flame in that walnut bowl.
You
Right.
did.
Not-
You did.
Pretty,
That looks great.
Looks
very
great.
pretty. Hey, Joaquin. How's it going?
See how many answers we just got on how to make all the wood.
6, 8,
Well-
8, 6, 8 answers. That was great, man.
Great, thank you.
Answers out of the same crotch, right?
So,
Mhm.
so Leonard,
Yep.
do you know how to mount it now?
Uh, we'll see
Got
what we come up with.
You're probably more
Got
confused
options.
now than you were to begin with.
Yeah.
No, actually, out of that, I got a couple of different ideas.
Okay.
And not being as experienced. Sorry, Howard. I'm not gonna be doing that one. But I'll be trying something with it. So thank you all for your advice.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. Howard, that's a great piece there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Leonard, you're probably more confused now than you was before.
I
Yep.
know, right? That's what I was saying. Yeah.
But now you got options.
Yep. That's good. That was a good discussion.
And
And
now
you
you
were
can
able to
see
see-
in every
And
crotch.
you were able to see
Fine.
examples, multiple examples of the different styles on how to do, with the exception of mine with the end grain. Carving it out end grain
Yep.
wise with the crotch being up on top and the base being from the root part of the trunk end or the limb end. Trying to think if I've got one in the house. I don't think I
That
do.
is going to be a gorgeous piece of wood.
Yeah,
It
it's-
really won't matter how he turns it. It's
Mhm.
gonna be gorgeous, whatever he does.
Yep, for sure.
That's a good looking piece. Or what you could do, Leonard, is put that piece of wood up on your slacker stack and come back to it in a couple years.
Oh, I have probably I have an entire tree that I barely touched that is all starting to look like this. So I'm not going to be able to turn it fast enough.
Well, no,
before
I
it's-
just
it's done.
mean the shape of it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So, so as long as you keep it away from the moisture, it's not going to spalt anymore or deteriorate anymore.
Yep.
Oh, there's good.
There's-
piece.
Wow.
There's
man.
one there's one I did a couple years ago. Two halves.
Wow.
What a flame. you
What kind of
kept
wood
in
was
there.
that?
Well,
Walnut,
it-
black walnut, black walnut.
Hey, Matt, y'all cut up that walnut tree you had on Facebook?
Yeah, did you
You
see
keep
that?
some-
That was
Yes.
I have a ton of it. I probably have more than I should. I had to sneak it all into my shop. So yeah.
How big a tree was it?
Oh, we cut 4 cookies out of the base that were 4 foot in diameter for tables.
Oh my.
So the thing was huge. We had
I hope y'all
we
were
had-
stockpiling wood for level up.
Dane, none of that stuff is good. None of the wood I've got is going to make it to level up. So it's
Well, you guys are always going out every weekend, cutting up these big ass trees.
there'll be more wood.
All right, just saying.
We got a whole year. Plus with
right.
with the fact that I'm bringing most of my shop, I'm not sure that I have room for a whole lot of wood. I'll get some.
Well, you
I'll
gotta-
get.
All you got to do is put a trailer on.
Yeah, I don't have a trailer hitch. I'll bring some to trade to Joaquin because he and I we've had some good trades. So, or maybe you, Dane. I don't know. We got some interesting northern woods here that you guys don't get, and the same. You guys have some that we don't get. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All that- all that Texas ebony and the mesquite and stuff that you guys get that we don't get up here. So I'm happy to trade cherry for that all day. So yeah, that the wood those little like this was a piece from that. So let me do this. So this little snowman hat was a piece of that walnut from a branch. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's the grain is really pretty. And it's heartwood, sapwood. So but that was a piece that nobody else wanted. So I got a bunch of that. And plus I got some pieces that are 14, 16 inches in diameter too. So I want to make an end grain bowl because I had some fun doing that. Include both the heartwood and the sapwood and the walnut because it's just really pretty. So, but yeah, that walnut was spectacular. And some of the people got some crotches out of that is just going to be amazing. It had that walnut look that's got some of the if you get some of the wood sometime it's got some of that green in it, you cut it
Yeah.
open and it's got a sort of a green
Wow.
to it.
Yeah.
The green and purples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With some of those pieces, we cut open 2 of those crotches and it was like, holy smokes. That's just pretty. So pretty.
No, a couple months
So,
ago, Ray cut it. I don't know if you were there with him or not, but some of the other guys were with him. Huge ass sycamore tree, and it had some amazing grains in it. I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all did.
Well, it vanishes into the maw of the clubs. We'll see it. It'll trickle in. We'll see it for the next couple of months. People will be bringing pieces in made from it. So it's been a bountiful year. But there's been a lot of good wood. So I'm delighted with the wood choices we've had. So
Yeah, I bet there's some good rosewoods being blown down in Florida right now.
I bet. Might have the way that thing came through the
Not
the
not to
coast
turn
too.
turn the discussion onto the hurricane or anything, but yeah,
Well,
there's
the way that came through the coast, there's going to be some mango too. So
Yep.
the
And palm,
mangoes and palm, yeah, and black palm.
red palm.
I don't know
nice
that I've ever
suit.
seen red palm.
It's like black
Looks like-
palm, but red.
That's what I was getting ready to
Instead of
say.
black.
It's just red. It's red grass instead of black grass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Scott, what channel is Forged on?
I'm looking it up
history?
right now. But, hang on. I think it's the History Channel, I think.
Is it on right now?
Yes, I'm watching it.
What's that?
Okay.
There's a new
What's that?
Forged in Fire episode on TV right now.
Yep, I got it.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Dana and I's favorite show.
Yeah, I did
I
another
love
one
it.
of these. I did another
I
one of
watch
these
it
pieces.
too.
You guys want to see it?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Go ahead, Matt.
And I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
show it anyway.
Just fucking with you. Yeah, you didn't ask on the other screen share. You just cut Scott off while he was talking.
I absolutely did.
Yeah, you sure
Oh, that
did.
looks good, Matt.
It's Apple. See if I can get this.
That's what mine was. Was Apple. Or is. Apple.
Yeah.
Actually, I did a demo on. I did a demo on that one.
Apple is so pretty.
Now that I think about it.
Mine was cherry.
Yeah, and I got it really thin too, so that's how thin I got it.
That ain't thin.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, it's not it's not caged thin,
That's
but
3/8 of an inch. Come on now.
no, it was about a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, it looks like
That ain't a quarter of an inch.
I'll give him a quarter.
Who you bullshitting, Matt? Not this
You
group.
guys as much as I can.
Oh God.
Hey,
Sorry.
Cade, you didn't bring COVID back with you, did you?
Nope, definitely not.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them guys that are sick from the AWGB from the other club.
Oh, really? I
Oh,
know
wow,
I've
really?
heard. Well, Colin left halfway through. He was there helping with the gallery and taking photos of the pieces for the auction. And come Sunday, he came to breakfast and he was sicker than a dog. And he left to go home and he was coughing and hacking. And he's like, I hope it's not COVID and I'll test when I get home and I'll let you know. And it cleared out the table we were sitting at.
Yeah, got it. Rachel's got it.
Who?
Rachel's got it really bad, I guess.
Oh, really?
that's-
Wow.
Damn,
She
that's
seemed
all she
fine
needs.
before because I was hugging her on Sunday.
Well, you
I
might
think-
get it yet. I guess the
No, I've
Duxbury's
been-
got it too.
Oh, really? Wow.
Rita
I
and
guess
Jim both got
everybody got it. My
Rita and
immunity
Jim
is
both
too
got
high.
it?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Who got it?
Rita and
Rita
Jim
and Jim.
Duxbury.
Rita and Jim Duxbury.
Yeah, that's crappy. They're kind of up there to be getting it. That's no good for them.
Yeah, the flu's not good when you get old.
Yeah, I know. I guess some of the organizers and people got it too, but no, I'm fine. I'm good. I was sort of scared about it because, well, on the plane, I was thinking about it because there was this lady probably 2 seats up from me in the aisle. And she was hacking up a lung every 10 seconds and she was sleeping and waking up and hacking all over people in front of her and beside her. And sometimes she'd open her shirt and cough and this, that, and the third. And then all of a sudden she woke up and everybody around her in the vicinity had masks on, and she's like, oh, right. And then they started talking about her like she wasn't there. And we're like, quite frankly, she's the one who should have been wearing the fucking mask. Quite ignorant for her to be just there coughing all over everybody in a sealed capsule with airflow recycled in a plane. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, luckily I had a mask in my bag. And I kept it on because we had a friend, well, after all the fact of all that crap, because I didn't want to bring nothing home to the family, but who knows if anything happened at the symposium. But no, I'm doing fine. I was just tired and jet lagged from everything, but I've had it probably a few times, so my immunity is quite good for it all. I had a friend who went up to North Bay on work, and he came home on the plane, and he was sicker than a dog and hacking and coughing, and had to go into the hospital because his oxygen levels dropped to like 70, 80, and he had to be on oxygen and all this stuff. They wouldn't let him go home for 3 weeks because he had to be on oxygen. They needed his levels to be up closer to 95.
Yep.
He needed like a 1.5 liters of oxygen every few hours. So there's no
Well,
way
I was
they're going to
on-
put you on home care and keep delivering bottles of
No.
big bombs of oxygen to your house. So he finally got released while I was in England, and his oxygen levels are still up and down between 90 and 95. So it's crazy.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go in and
Yeah.
take care of my cat here.
I was hospitalized on 6 liters of oxygen for 2 weeks, and they sent me home with a little machine that makes oxygen. I had to be on oxygen for 3 months. I started off at home on 3 liters. A month later, they got me down to 2, and then a month later, I was down to 1. That was a bitch.
Yeah, it's no fun. He said it was hell, so said he won't go back. He'll die on his damn couch. He's like, screw that hospital. But yeah, it's good he's out, but I don't know if he's going to be able to travel or whatnot because they have a trip planned in a week. And I'm surprised with the conditions and whatnot that he's even going to be able to clear to fly. Because I mean, if there's another case of this negligent idiot on the plane coughing and hacking up germs everywhere, going through the contained capsule, I mean, he'll be right back where he was.
He should have
So,
some immunity though
he
for a
sh-
while.
Yeah, he should have immunity for now.
yeah, hopefully, but it's just his oxygen. So, or a variation, or who knows? Don't even know if it was COVID or not. They didn't say it was COVID. They said it
Yep.
was bacterial pneumonia
Oh.
caused by something that, I mean, he was sicker than a dog
Oh,
in
wow.
North Bay. He was puking and hacking, and he wasn't able to fly home until he got relatively better. So it could have been COVID that evolved into this bacterial pneumonia.
And that's usually what happens when you get the flu or COVID. You get some
So-
other complication to actually get you.
Well, that's shitty that they all got sick. I mean, we were all fine on Sunday. Everyone was hugging and saying goodbye and shaking hands and stuff. So
There you
I'm
go.
sure that's how everybody got sick. But
Colin looked pretty. He was on today, but he looked pretty rough.
who?
Colin.
Colin? Yeah, he was a ghost on Sunday at breakfast, and he just backed up and said, "I'm going home. I'm done with this."
He didn't look a whole lot better today.
So people said, I don't know how it was or what it was, and he started coughing while he's eating breakfast, and the table just scatters like a bunch of cockroaches when the light comes on. It was like, it was like, all right, we don't want it. But it was good. It was fun. I'll have to talk about it later. One of the meetings I get in a little earlier. I didn't get many photos of the gallery because I was too busy doing so many other things. I had to do a critique though. 3 of the demonstrators got picked to do a critique. We had to pick 2 items in the gallery and pick a critique to give positive and constructive criticism on. Not destructive, but constructive, so people could get better. And it was good. It was well received. It was in front of probably 250, all the attendees and demonstrators and organizers and everything. So over 250 or so.
I heard they ran out of beer too on Friday night.
Yep, they ran out of a couple different beers. I drank Guinness all weekend because the Guinness over there is like spring water. The Guinness over here is absolute garbage because it doesn't travel well. Especially on the boats that take 6 months to get here. So it's more thick and grainy and molasses-like and tastes like garbage when it's over here.
I don't mind constructive criticism. Oh, sorry.
I drink it anytime I can over there. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't mind constructive criticism, but don't tell me that's fucked up or that sucks without telling me how to fix it. You know?
Well, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, of course, we wouldn't use that's garbage or fucked up or what the fuck are you thinking? It would be like pick out all the good things and okay, the design elements and how you use the wood and the color contrast and everything. And okay, the wall thickness is good, but maybe you could have made that curve come around to the foot rather than a curve to a flat to the foot, or different things, or woods that would accent one another rather than 3 different woods or different things. I mean, there's so many different things that could be critiqued, but you definitely always give the positives and the good things that are really good about it all, and then just maybe two or 3 things that could be slightly different, or design elements that could be totally different.
Right.
So
3 different woods. What dumbass would use 3 different? Oh yeah, me.
But no, I mean, if you use 3 different woods, it's all good and gravy, but it would have to.
It has to look cohesive.
Be designed.
Lonnie, Jason, Lonnie and Jason, are y'all still here?
Yeah, it has to look cohesive. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like designed and used in a way that it accents or mirrors or symmetrical to different elements of the piece, not like, okay, I don't know.
It can't detract like the one I did that I had to cover up by ebonizing.
Well, that was a good way to fix it and change it slightly.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so many different ways and everybody has different ideas. So I critiqued a nice box and I critiqued a live edge bowl. Another guy critiqued a piece of fig that he critiqued one of the fellow demonstrators. And I didn't want to critique a demonstrator.
I don't blame you.
Because I mean, I got to work and demonstrate alongside you. So, and the first pieces I picked, I switched as I went through the gallery. Like, actually, you know what? I'm going to pick these instead.
Blaze Smith leaving the forge is
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
My wife has decided what my next step should be.
Pardon? You were cutting up there.
See
When's the
Your wife
next
did
one?
what?
if I can pull this up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Those are nice.
That's a lot of work.
Now, how many pieces you got
Yeah.
in that?
He wants me to do
10,000?
the female one.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't done those yet.
No,
Oh. Oh, challenge accepted, huh?
I've done this one. Let's see how I.
Stop sharing.
Yeah, that's crazy amount of work and time.
Okay,
Beautiful.
I've done this one here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes,
Cool.
that's why I remembered you doing those. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she wants the female one now.
Ah,
Hmm.
lucky you.
Tell her to
Yeah.
get out in the workshop and get started.
Well, now
Yeah.
this one is 48 segments per row, and the female is only 36.
36, 24, 36?
No, no, no.
There you go.
No.
And how many rows? I mean, that's thousands of pieces. Many thousands of pieces.
Looks great, but it takes too long.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It does take a while to do those. And it's cutting all the, because each layer is 1/8 of an inch thick. So cutting them down that small and then cutting them to the angles that you need that small and leave the spacing. It's pretty tiny.
And gluing. And gluing.
Yeah,
them all
and when you're
together.
dealing with segments that small, half of the wood you're using to do it, because the pieces are about the same thickness as your saw kerf, so you're cutting half of the wood away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can always cut them by hand with a Japanese saw.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And a miter box with a.
Yeah, then you're only cutting a quarter of the wood away.
I'll use my miter saw and lose the wood. I don't care.
I understand. I don't blame you. My
Not
miter
bad.
saw is not accurate enough for stuff like that. My
I
table saw
usually
is though.
tape like 5 or 6 layers together on the chop saw or on miter saw and, cut them that way.
Cool.
This is pretty freaky, Dane, because your commercial's about 30 seconds ahead of mine.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
That's funny. Normally I'm behind.
What channel is that on again? I used to watch that show all the time.
It's on the History Channel.
History Channel.
I'll watch it later.
What are y'all watching?
Yes,
Forged in Fire.
What?
Forged in
Forged
Fire.
in Fire.
Oh, Forge and Fire.
Heat,
I had a
Heat, and
real- I had a real close friend who was on that about 4 years ago. He was in the finals, and it came down to how he made his handle, what kind of wood he made his handle. So it was real
Wow.
close.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
That's
cool.
awesome. I'm thinking about bringing my forge up to level up and maybe doing some tool work for folks.
I was thinking about doing that for a demo for us.
Hey, Dane, do you do blacksmithing?
I'm nowhere as near good enough to be qualified as a blacksmith, but yeah, I do the heat, beat, and repeat.
Yeah, I got a blacksmith shop, but I'm getting rid of it.
Are
I'm
you?
getting too old. I'm getting too old.
Yeah, if I would have found if Forged in Fire would have been on TV back when I first started, or right before I started, turning wood, I would have been balls deep into metalwork and as opposed to woodworking or wood turning. But yeah, I make knives and shit like that. It's fun.
I never did get into making knives. I got into it to make wood turning tools back in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Late 80s and 90s. I made a
Right.
bunch of my Holloman tools. Of course, that was
Right.
carbon steel.
Right.
Nothing wrong with carbon steel.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's what I want to do. I've got some 1/2-inch 01 rod, and once it gets cooler out, about 2 years ago, I bought a new forge, double Venturi forge that'll do 2,900 Fahrenheit, and
Wow.
and so what I want to do is make some single forged hook tools. One piece of construction. Right now it's too damn hot out. And last year I didn't feel like screwing with it.
And the next thing I'm going to get you to make is some continental gouges for me.
Yep. Pound in the flute. Yeah.
On the continental flute, the shallow continental flute.
Yeah, that can be done. But I thought it might be a neat little thing to, to bring, because it's not, it's not that overly big, and I've got a long bed for my truck, so it's not like it'd take up much real estate. Maybe, for, should we do any type of small tool making up at level up, at least be able to harden the tools, and just maybe just for theatrics, beating hot metal while everybody's sitting around doing nothing. That would be kind of fun to do, maybe. It's a thought.
We'll make you a sideshow.
Right? Yeah, there would definitely be a sideshow. Good night, Robert.
You notice I didn't say freak either. I just said sideshow.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
I got my rod in today for making Martin's skew, so I'll start on that probably tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Billy, did you ever get yours done?
No, not yet.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it and started grinding it.
Oh, okay.
And my God, it takes forever.
Yeah, I was asking Martin to send me photos of it, but he never did. So I just went off of memory and made his point tool that he uses. Wow, what a difference! What a difference his design is compared to the typical 3-point tool that everybody has.
This is some pretty nice bar stock. Look at the shine on this.
Yeah, it is.
Mine's only half that long.
That's M2, and I got it for $35 a foot for M2.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
That was a shipping included. And it
Yeah,
came
that's
right,
pretty good.
came about, if I'd have known where the company was, I could have went and picked it up faster than they shipped it to me.
Right, you would have got it quicker if you went to pick it up.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half drive from where I live.
How can you tell what grade something is as far as metal?
By looking at it.
Say again?
How can you tell what kind of steel this is?
Well, it's not carbon because I don't see any pitting on it or rust.
Well, it looks
Could
like
be
it could be,
high-speed.
it's 01 or better.
Yeah, it's
Well,
01
I'll tell you where it came
or
from.
a high-speed steel.
What did it come out of?
It's a strut out of a car.
Oh, that's the best
Oh,
you can
yeah,
get.
it's probably M35.
It's
Yeah.
the best steel you'll get.
Yeah, that's
And I've
good
had this-
steel, or it could be W1.
I've had
Yeah.
it for probably 15 years. And, it's
Probably
never
W1.
rusted or anything.
If it's
It's probably
15 years old,
W1.
it's W1.
Yep.
So is
They
it
don't make- they
decent
don't
enough
make
to
it
make
out of
something out of?
What was
Yes.
that?
Yeah, you can make any tool out of that.
Yep.
From a strut.
Okay.
You can grind that on your CBN wheel because it's W1.
I don't have a CBN.
Yeah, you got no issues. You grind away.
Yep. Go ahead, have at her.
Yeah. Give her.
Just make sure you quench it often as you're grinding it. So you don't temper the end.
Okay.
But don't quench it. Don't
Yeah.
quench it in water.
No, quench it in
Oil.
oil. Vegetable
Vegetable
oil, any
oil.
kind of oil.
If you sharpen it
oil.
right, you shouldn't have to quench it.
Hydraulic oil.
Slow and steady.
Just don't do water. That'll create micro fissures in your edge.
Yeah, it'll crack.
So would that be something I could make that round skew that Martin showed?
Absolutely.
Yes. 100%.
Work good for that, actually.
Yep.
It'll grind better than
Yeah,
the
you-
M2.
You can also use the piston rod out of your
Copper
hood or your back hatch lift. You know those pistons in there. Those are all made of W1 quality steel as well. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be W1 out of all of them.
All new shocks are made out of M35.
Okay, yeah.
M35 or M42, one of the two.
They can go to junkyard and pull off those pistons or shocks and struts.
Yeah, shock struts.
Strip it out.
Struts, you may be able to get some stuff that's at least 5/8 or 3/4 even. Depending
I've
on
got-
struts in.
I've got a couple that's like 3/4, but I've been used those for years as punches.
Yeah, they make
Yeah.
good punches.
Yeah, it's hard steel. It's W1. I mean, you're not gonna nick it. You're gonna be hard pressed to nick it. You know, throw that puppy up on a 60 grit, 40 grit, or 60 grit wheel and profile away, and then finish sharpening it on your 80 grit wheel.
Okay.
Worked perfectly.
How much difference using that than it would be a flat skew?
Use the
Two
steel
different
out of
tools.
use the steel out of an automobile shock absorber.
Yeah,
That's what we've been
this is.
talking about, Robert.
Yeah, we're talking about that, Robert.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
steel
sorry, I
you
was having trouble turning my mic on.
Oh,
No, that's all right. Yeah, you can use the piston steel from the shock struts, and then from your hood springs and your And your back hatch latch
Yeah.
also, they're all W1 or M35, so. Good steel.
Yeah, it's a shame to throw it away.
Hey, Pat, did you get them peanuts taken care of?
Hoping to finish them tomorrow morning.
Yeah. How many more acres you got?
Probably 5 or 6 acres left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a few hours worth of work, huh?
Yeah. We've picked so far about right at 200 acres.
Nice. How many bushel you got?
What?
How many bushel?
It actually goes by bags, but we do it by the pound.
Oh, okay. How many pounds?
Hadn't really got a total yet.
Oh, okay. What do you figure?
I figure we're probably getting 4,500 pounds to the acre,
Oh, okay.
which is
Sounds like a good harvest.
Yeah, we get through with peanuts and then we got 700 acres of cotton to pick.
Yeah. Well, at least you got a machine to pick it instead of doing it with your sticky fingers.
Yeah. If we didn't have a machine, I wouldn't be picking.
Yeah, I've picked some of that shit as a kid the hard way. Yeah. Don't get me started lying.
Well,
I
you could
picked some
come
when I
up here
was,
and pick cranberries and stand in 40-degree water for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, never did cranberries. No.
Where I'll be tomorrow.
They're making raindrop in Damascus nice.
I'm picking cranberries tomorrow for my cousin.
Picking up let's see, I'm picking up a new
Spit it out.
I looked right at it. I can't think of what the name of it is. Bandsaw. I'm buying a Raycon 14-inch 10 by 10-326. It's got bells and whistles on it.
How big a throat does it have? Vertical.
It's got a 14-inch depth on it.
Oh,
And-
bandsaw. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can resaw up to 14 inches. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep. I got
What's
tired
the,
of this one I got. I can't
what's-
cut straight with it. It's
What's the throat on it?
it's the same as what the jet was. So right.
Probably 14 inches. If it's 14 vertical, it's probably 14 wide.
What horse motor you getting on it?
1.5.
1.5.
That'll do most things.
What's that?
I'll do most things.
That should do most of the things you want to do with it.
Yeah,
Getting 220 or 110?
110 or 220.
Why didn't you get? Should have got the 220.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Sit down, Dixie.
Probably got more 110 in his basement than 220 though, Dane.
Dixie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's in his basement. Oh, somebody's wife is yelling. And it ain't mine.
Not mine.
Not mine either.
Fussing at the dog.
Oh.
Yeah,
Scott ain't on right now, so can't be his. Dan, I'm sure it's not her.
Oh, it ain't mine.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
my
did you get to
bad.
carry your
He
dog?
said his wife hollering at the dog. I think.
Yeah, that Craftsman got, that's a 1/3 horsepower, and it kept stopping as I'm trying to cut wood and going like, I mean, for a 10-inch piece, it took me 45 minutes to go through. And it was only 3.5 inches.
Wow.
It wasn't made to do that though, Dan.
Right.
It's made for
Was
real
it
time.
a dull
You might
blade?
need to sharpen that blade too. I know a guy
Mhm.
that did a tips and tricks on how to sharpen your bandsaw blade too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well,
We can send
Yeah,
Al
we
down
got
to
it,
help
too.
him.
for
Yeah, yeah,
$9
right.
blade,
Al knows how to do it too.
for 72-inch blade, I can, for $9, I can just throw a new one on.
Wasn't able to completely get out.
Yeah, okay. Wish I had Dan Smith kind of money.
Yeah,
Man,
me too.
Yeah,
Right.
$9 is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
oh, look at that. Time to slice and dice on a pig carcass.
Yeah.
Porcelain plates. Pots.
Oh yeah, I'm porcelain, all right.
Well, you should have seen what they were doing earlier. They were chopping on deer horn on a steel plate.
Yeah, no wonder that knife failed for
Yeah.
Trevor. Yeah, that's when I brought it on when I saw his knife failed, and I'm like, yeah, what the hell are they cutting on? 1-inch bolts?
Yeah, no, that guy's sword is pretty sharp.
Yeah, it is. However, I'm shocked that the Hakamatsu didn't slice all the way through it.
Yeah. Got dull after the second porcelain pot, though.
Right? Right. Ben's gonna cut right through it. That's a good looking blade. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Let's hit a bunch of bones first. Yeah, there's the pot.
Now he's gonna slice bamboo and rope with it, netting with it.
Oh wow, it just bounced off the hog flank. Oh no, it's dulled.
Yeah, dulled
Oh
after.
wow.
Now you're behind
Wow.
me. I'm ahead of you now.
Uh,
I caught up to you.
wow, I've never seen one of his nice swords fail before. Wow.
What kind of steady rest do you have there?
Who?
You, the only one that's showing one.
The other guy.
Carter, didn't it?
It's a Carter.
Oh, that's my hollowing rig.
No, the steady rest he wants to know about.
Oh, it's a box rest.
But it's made by Carter, right?
Steady rest. It's a Carter and Son. Or
Yeah.
Carter Products. Carter Products. It's a 20-inch.
Big
Works
do they
great.
go up to?
It's 20 inch.
I think 30. 32, maybe.
You happy with it?
It's my second time using it. I couldn't be more thrilled about it than, I can't believe I never used, I had it for 2 years and never used it. So now to be able to make use my standard jaws and the 2-inch tenon on the back instead of having a using my 5-inch jaws and using the large tenon and then having extra meat coming out. to do my hollow forms, my big hollow forms. Yeah, it's fantastic to be able to utilize more of the wood. Having the steady working. Yeah, it fucking works great. 100%. You got to put tape around it, otherwise it'll mar your finish. It'll mar the wood. So, but
I was wondering
Put a
if they
couple-
made 24-inch.
oh, I'm sure they do.
Well, I'm sure that's a
Guaranteed.
standard.
Guaranteed. Yeah, it's a standard size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wait till you use that laser pecker that you got, Dane. You'll think that that's better than sliced bread too.
I know, right? God damn it. Fuck.
Just like Billy and his
That's
threading tool. He's gonna love that too.
Right? Gonna be like the old Israeli, you're gonna love my nuts. The old slap chop dude.
Yep. All you guys and your fancy tools, and then you don't ever use them.
Yeah, right.
Hey now.
Yeah, that ain't the fucking truth. I use all mine. Guilty on the fucking laser, man. Just Tina was out here the other day and she was asking me,
Yeah, but you
when
said
are
you
you
don't.
gonna use that? When are you gonna use that damn thing? I never should have bought it for you. So my response back, I bought her a nice printer so she can print photos off her phone. And it's still in the box. She hasn't even opened up to read the directions. At least I opened up the box and looked at the directions.
Oh man.
You
I think
didn't say
they're
that to her, did you?
They're up to a Laser Pecker 5 now.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, his will be outdated, Carl, before he gets to use it.
Yeah, I know, right? By the time I get ready to use it, it'll say no longer supported. App no longer supported.
No more
Be my
updates.
fucking luck.
How much are the laser peckers going for now?
Well, mine was like three. I want to say no more than $350. And it's the Laser Pecker 1 Pro.
Oh,
So it doesn't.
Mine was
It'll cut
1200.
two or three millimeter stuff, but beyond that, I got it solely, just to sign my name,
yeah.
and
Which
that's
was
all I
yours,
wanted
Carl?
it for. What?
How much was Carl's? He said what it was. I missed it.
I think it was about 1200.
Holy shit.
Crazy. I
Does a nice
heard
job.
they've had some massive price increases the last couple of years or so.
Yeah.
I don't think they even make that Thread Champ anymore. So finding parts for it's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah. Hopefully you got all the correct parts for it, and you didn't buy just an accessory.
Right.
Hopefully you
Gotta
bought
make
all
sure
the
it turns on.
Oh, it's mechanical. So it's manual. So it's the only the cutter isn't. It goes into your headstock, but it's not a big deal.
What kind did you say that was, Billy?
Thread Champ.
I've got one from Chefware Kits that's real similar to that. Was not exact.
First off, beautiful. That really came out well. You can see the raindrops all over.
I don't have any. I just drop it off at my laser guy.
Very heavy.
Mm.
Seems to be used. That's done. I've only very difficult 8-hour run We got two blades.
The laser guy's got a huge industrial one that takes up half his basement because he does all kinds of laser engraving. He does wood engraving. He does clothing cutting for like cheerleading groups and sports teams, and does all kinds of cutting and labeling and engraving and custom signs. So he knows what he's doing and he does it in seconds and the price is right. So it's better than me having to give up so much time in the learning curve to learn this stupid thing.
Yeah, I just do my own lasering. That's no big deal. Now that I've learned it.
If I can do it, Cade, you can do it.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't want to have to, and then it'll be another service people will want. I'm busy enough.
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks, but you can't spread yourself too thin that you can't make deadlines. So I still
Wow,
like
10-1. How about that?
I still like to stay married and enjoy recreational things.
How's the new urn coming?
It is. The urn body is done. It's all hollowed out now. I finished that up before the meeting. That's why I was late letting you guys in. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of taking the hollowing rig off, sliding the putting the tailstock back on, putting in my boring head, set the precise straight wall dimensions so I can put the threaded bronze ring back in, and that'll be off. And then I just gotta cut off the ring from the old lid, make a new lid, make the new 4-prong ribbon finial, and then make a new finial that'll go down inside of it. And then so on the outside of this, so with the cove here on the opening and at the base, I'm going to gild it and just make that gold. And then of course the finial, I'll make the finial itself. I'll gild it also. And then instead of doing the 2-prong ribbons coming around, I'm gonna do 4 prongs coming around. So should look all right.
I just got word tonight my sister-in-law passed yesterday morning.
Oh, that's
Oh wow, I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear.
Were you guys close?
She was down in Virginia, so somewhat.
Yeah. Got a road trip coming up for that then?
Yeah. Gonna
Yeah.
be a cremation, so figure out what I'm gonna do for that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, either way, I'm sorry, Carl.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
So good.
They don't even make that machine, Billy.
What, the one he mentioned anymore? Don't even
Yeah,
make
they
it
don't even
anymore?
make it anymore.
Yeah.
Yep, they don't make it anymore. I couldn't find it.
That might make it rare and worth money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even find them on eBay. That's how rare they are.
Yeah, and it was and if I'm not mistaken, I think I paid like $389 for it.
Oh wow.
At least that's what the invoice said. I'm like, why would you pay that much, dumbass?
You still
right.
have it.
That's what I was thinking.
But it'll
Yeah.
do one of the cool things about it. It does single start 8 TPI, and you can do double start 16 TPI.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, you'll be able to thread, softer woods that way, so that's cool. So I see a bunch of threaded boxes in your future.
There you go.
But possibly.
Oh, but we're not.
I'll have to get some boxwood.
You can put it up on eBay for $5.59.
Yeah, maybe you should cover your money.
Yeah. Or it's antique now. Sell it for full price of what you paid and then upgrade.
The only one close to it is the Baxter Threadmaster.
Yeah. What's that run for now?
Depends on which one you buy.
Yeah.
Simon Hope has a good one.
They're about $500 is the cheapest one.
Great one.
Yeah, Simon don't ship to the States anymore.
Yeah, you don't ship to Canada either. Something with
Yeah.
insurance and shipping and all that fun shit.
Well, he doesn't want to do the import paperwork. That's the reason why. The VAT.
I'll do that too, but
Yeah.
all over these
What do you
website.
guys
it all
recommend
puts
for
out insurance.
coloring on a urn?
I
Say
just
what?
bring stuff back when I go
What do
over.
you recommend for coloring on an urn?
Coloring?
Yes.
Coloring?
Well, you know me,
Anything.
I use RIT dye, but
That's what I use.
I take the color attributes based upon what the individual known colors for the individual or the root what the client's wanting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
like what
could
her
use
favorite,
anything really.
what
I
their
use
favorite colors
chestnut
were.
spirit stains. Or you could use trans tints or there's so many on the market now. You could almost buy the powders too and mix your own. Whether they're water based, oil based, solvent based, they all work.
Just don't use food coloring.
Yeah, don't use food coloring.
Like this time for this one here, I literally sat here and I had it rotating about 130 RPMs, and with my little squirt bottles, I just did the Jackson Pollock and just squirted it as it went around. So first what I did was I took my black RIT dye and I went up, and for each iteration of the grain, how it went around, I painstakingly, turned it by hand and followed the grain and dyed it, all the grain patterns on the American Nail black, and then sanded that back, and then put it on 130, purple, red, yellow, purple, red, and did that for like an hour. Squirt a little bit, let it dry, which doesn't take long because I use denatured alcohol for the median. I do not use water with the RIT dye because the water raises the grain, and if you got to sand it back, it's gonna screw up the effect. And yeah, so that's what I did for mine. So
I've been testing this dye for this Australian who's coming up with a new dye and stain product, and his stuff's all water based. I thought the same thing. I tried it and it works absolutely phenomenal.
yeah,
Doesn't
good.
raise the grain much as long as you sand it 240 or 320 first before you apply the dye. Doesn't create a foam.
Yep.
I started with three. The woods finished at 340, but I just find water. If I use any type of water on the wood, it's just going to raise the grain, and
Yeah. More so.
I don't
than
want to sand it
the
back.
woods. Too.
The alcohol wicks off so quick. So
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, Dan.
All right, Dan.
No worries.
Hi, Dan.
Take care,
Good
Dan.
night, Dan.
Yeah, and then once again, after I get my collar on there, and then I just soak the hell out of it with boiled linseed oil. You know, let that soak in, wipe off the excess, and then from there I'll go over it with 3408, and the collar is set. It's not gonna get dirty. It's not gonna take in any dirt or dust, you know, while I finish turning, and then from there, you know, and then I can add my layers of tongue oil on it to make it shiny. Dan's got all those devices you got to log off of.
Yeah.
Takes him 15 minutes.
I know, right?
Mhm.
Funny guy.
Find the screw tops are the best for making urns.